For 170 years, Holladay had one unbreakable rule. No barrel leaves this property unless it's in a bottle. Today, we break that rule. This is the crown jewel of Holladay. We gotta get the fuck out of here before they know we got it. All right. We secured the impossible. At the end of this documentary, Rachel and I are going to tell you exactly how this release works and how our gold members get first shot at securing one. Stick around, because you're going to get a chance to buy a piece of whiskey history, and every single dime is going to fight the type of cancer that took our daughter Claire. Meet Kyle Markline, master distiller. Most guys at his level have egos the size of Kentucky. Kyle is zero ego. It's truly remarkable. He overlooks his own ideas just to protect a 170-year legacy. A purist like him doesn't let his liquid get blended, yet he handed us his crown jewel. When a guy with that much respect for history trusts you to blend his art, you make damn sure you do it justice. They simply do not let barrels leave these grounds. But then Rachel told Kyle about Claire's fight. When a purist hears a cause like that, the rules go out the window. And that tells you everything you need to know about the man.
Today we're going to take kind of a little bit of an abbreviated version of our tour. I know you guys know a lot about the water to bourbon process, so what I kind of want to go through and show you guys today a little bit more about like Missouri bourbon and what we kind of do.
Yeah, that's great.
Perfect.
I'm going to play that video for you guys on all these TVs, so as long as you're good.
I've never seen a place this cool. I mean,
Really neat.
yeah.
When the Holladay brothers set out to make fine American whiskey, aged in new charred oak barrels and made in any of the 50 states, which you can still visit on our tour, and the legacy.
Any questions for me though before we get started on it? No? Our original barrel warehouse was built in 1904. The wood used to build it at that time was 100 years old already. So during that renovation, these tables you guys just sat at, this was what we used to age all of our barrels on in that original warehouse. Beer, water, soda,
yeah.
you know, all kinds of different
That's
stuff.
fun.
That's great all night. Yeah, it's crazy. Without limestone water, you don't have your bourbon. A little bit of history on this guy for you. This whole well was hand dug and all this limestone was hand laid between 1830 and 1850. So think about that. Pickaxes, shovels, a little bit of dynamite if they're lucky, you know. As we move all that water around, fill this guy up, it holds upwards of 45,000 gallons of spring. So from here, we're actually gonna take all that water, put it into the still house right here next to us. This is where we're gonna head next. If you guys wanna follow me, we'll go right over.
Yes.
This wall and everything on the other side of it is all part of an original structure from 1839. To put that in perspective for you, the city of Weston was established in 1837. So we've been here pretty much as long as Weston has as a whole. We barrel it up at 118 proof. So every one of our bourbon products starts at 118 proof, goes in the barrel, then starts that 6-year age process from there. One of the cool things about Missouri bourbon, if you guys actually come up and look, you'll notice on these rivets, MO is printed on the bolts instead of KY. They have to be made in Missouri with that Missouri white oak. So we're one of the last distilleries left in America, as far as I know, that still cooks their grains separately. It's kind of an old school process.
Cooks their grain separately?
Most of the time when you're on a tour, right, you'll see them cook all their corn before the fermentation process, and then they'll just drop the temperature and throw the small grains in on top. Nothing wrong with that. Very fast and efficient, but corn, right, cooks at 210 for 30 minutes. If you throw your small grains in that pot, you burn them up like immediately. It loses some of those proteins and enzymes. So to preserve that, we'll cook the corn by itself, rye, wheat, and barley by themselves, combine them afterwards, and start that fermentation cycle from there. The rye is that original mash that Ben Holladay was using. So it's gonna be a high corn bourbon. So it's gonna be 73% instead of that 51 minimum. It's gonna have 15% of that rye, 12% malted barley on top. What we did was made the wheated recipe. So Kyle took out that 15% rye, added 15% soft red wheat, a lot more mellow, right? It's a lot grassier, it's a lot softer, doesn't have that peppery flavor that rye has. Same exact mash bill. So 73, 15% wheat, no rye, 12% malted barley on top. The corn, Missouri bourbon has to be used with corn from the state of Missouri. So we get our corn from within about 10 to 15 miles. We actually give the whole stillage to the farmer we get corn from, feeds his cattle. So there's no waste, we don't have to waste it or throw it away. It's actually getting reused as feed. And then from that process, we'll reuse the thin stillage. Eventually, we'll get that product afterwards. Fermentation. We sit on about 180 acres here on the property, so a lot of natural fauna, yeast in the air. It actually all helps attribute to this process. It's how we're actually able to kind of get it down to 72 hours. So first day, real calm, real sweet. Second day, it's going to be like at a rolling boil. So all that ethanol, all that CO2 is coming up top. This guy kind of calms back down. You can still see some of the bubbles coming up top, and then you get that nice sweet taste, kind of starts to taste like beer. From here, we're actually going to dump it down into the beer well. That's where we pass coming up. Exactly.
And something I've noticed here that I've never noticed in another distillery, when I smell the vapor coming off that cook, or even this here, I'm getting oils and esters that I've never gotten before. I'm getting corn notes and earth notes rather than like alcohol notes or like processed notes that make sense. You can just tell we're so close to the source. Everything's fresh. This is like craft at scale.
We're gonna bring it underneath about where I'm standing here, separate the ethanol from the mash, send that mash up to the top by itself, then we'll actually start dropping it in and start that distillation process. Fun fact about our process, the fact that we do such a high temp distillation followed by a doubler distillation actually makes all of our bourbon gluten free. So as this finishes, goes up into the second condenser, shocks, cools back down one more time, comes out into that full high proof 130 to 140 finished distillate. Most commonly referred to as moonshine, white lightning, right? White dog. Moonshine, you ever?
Wow.
Pretty fucking good, dude.
Lewis and Clark came through here in 1804. They actually rested and watered their horses at this spring right here, the original Holladay Spring, and they actually journaled about it. Ben Holladay in 1850 was the largest U.S. employer other than the U.S. government. So he very powerful, very influential man. He actually was reading through their journal, found the passage of them riding and resting here, and he came here and bought it from the meat processing facility. So as you come in, you feel that air kind of hit you in the face, but if you're quiet, there's no AC unit or humidifier in here. All these are gonna be the same. It should say 22G30 on there. You see that? That's gonna be the birthday of the barrel. So when we fill these up, right before they go, they ash date these with the little date down here. How you read it, first date is the year, middle initial is gonna be the month, last set of digits is gonna be the day. Now this guy, kind of just fun little piece that we have here. What we use right here is what we call the drunk man's clock. If these barrels are not sitting upright, properly breathing, that compression just builds on the inside, builds, pops this thing out at about 45 miles an hour. Oh, that's like lightning, right? You can't see that happen. If that happens here, there's 9 other barrels around it. Well, that one cracks, $20,000 gone, $20,000 gone, right? You start losing a lot of product. So how you do this is you'll line the bung up, whichever barrel it is. If this was totally empty, one would be right here on the end with the bung at one, roll it all the way down, right? Put the second one with the bung facing the floor, roll it all the way down. This was here when McCormick was here. We just scraped McCormick off and put Holladay on it. So, yep. So in here, original barrel aging area for Ben Holladay. Even a little bit before that, some history for you guys. So these I-beams you see, Unless they had miraculous concrete work in the mid-1800s, this is not the original cave roof, right? So obviously along some point in time, this actually collapsed in on us. It is part of the National Registry here in Missouri, so we had to get a permit to fix it, fire coated it, and now we're reusing it as an aging area, kind of like Mid-Holladay.
Welcome into the bourbon library. So this is where we'll do the selection, go through, taste the samples, and then it's got the, this is kind of our living history in this room. So it's got retains of everything we've done throughout our history. And so this is kind of just where all the bourbon lives. So
just a little background on myself. I've been with Holladay since 2019. With this project you guys do, I tried to throw in some traditional profiles with some profiles that branch off a little bit more.
Wow. I could blend something with 3 of these, it'd be amazing, but I know what my favorites are. These wouldn't be the blend. I know what I like.
Number 2?
Not even close.
Which one?
Right there.
Yeah.
This one's good too, but
Those are my favorites also.
fire as fuck. That barley is just singing in that son of a bitch.
You went with 2, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, what you went with was a rickhouse seed. It'll be probably 6 years, 2 months, 3 months.
That's crazy.
And it was at 116.3.
That's
Nice.
You did good.
You did
so
great.
I see what you did here. That's great. You actually went earthy in a lot of it. You guys are already kind of earthy, but you also put the sweet in, so it's perfectly balanced. It's you did really
So
good.
good.
This is the best one I've ever had. Okay. We just picked the best, I'm gonna say top 10 single barrels that I've ever been on as far as picking. I'm blown away by it. Definitely feeling the love here. Big fan, big fucking fan. And thank you, Ben Holladay, for giving us the best juice you got. It's where it lived. The best barrel that's ever came out of Holladay lived there.
to be working on a project like this, to do this today, it means a lot. I think, you know, in the bourbon world, you get caught up in the day-to-day, and you get caught up in growing, you know, your brand and doing things, and you lose track of, you know, sometimes the things that matter the most. And so to be able to help with this, you know, and to have the experience today, it was amazing. Get this bottle, enjoy this bottle. We really are proud of it. Very proud of the work we have done here today, and excited to see where this goes.
It was a good run, guys. These barrels aren't going to blend themselves. Let's get to work. If we were going to blend Kyle's masterpiece, we couldn't just use anything. We had to match the history. That's what Kyle would want. What most people don't realize is that long before Ben Holladay built his Missouri empire, he was actually born in Blue Licks, Kentucky in 1819. To bring this full circle, we crossed state lines. We secured a legendary Kentucky Ghost Barrel, we're under NDA, to pay homage to Ben's roots. 2 states, 2 legacies. For the first time in 170 years, we are marrying historic Missouri wheat with the exact state where the Holladay story started. So we're done. Oh my God. I think Kyle will be proud of it. It's been a pleasure blending it for you, and one of the best, one of the most honorable moments of my life. This has been real special, so enjoy. I'm blending it by hand to fight for a cure. If Kentucky has the numbers, Missouri has the grit. The liquid we're putting out here stands toe-to-toe with anyone. But marrying this specific barrel right now for this cause isn't about the whiskey. We're building a war chest. For the first time in 170 years, Holladay allowed their liquid to be blended. To honor that, we're putting out exactly 170 bottles for their past and another 170 to toast the future of Kyle's legacy. That's 340 bottles. One time, ever. You are securing a literal piece of history, and every single dime funds the fight.
Hello, my name is Rachel Record. I am the owner of Barrel King and Claire's mom. If you are new to our Barrel Run program, I wanted to give you a little bit of background onto why this is such an important project for us. Our daughter Claire was diagnosed at 6 years old with a pediatric brain cancer called DIPG. At the time of diagnosis, doctors say, your child has 6 to 9 months to live, go home and make memories. There are very few treatment options. We were very lucky to get into a clinical trial that gave us 31 pretty great months post-diagnosis with Claire. She passed away in December of 2022. We knew we always wanted to honor her legacy and thought about many different ways to do that. And then the idea of Barrel Run was born. We set out to raise money through a collaborative effort of blending bourbon or whiskey with some of our friends in the industry. And in 2024, when we started, Evernorth Spirits and 13th Colony jumped on board and helped us accomplish our goal. Since then, we did another barrel run in 2025, and now I'm happy to announce we've done a summer edition for 2026. With Barrel Run, we donate 100% of the money raised with the bottle sales. Half goes to a family whose child is battling a pediatric brain cancer, and the other half is donated to a nonprofit called The Cure Starts Now. The Cure Starts Now is really leading the way in pediatric research funding. So it's very important to us that we simultaneously help a family whose child is battling this terrible disease, as well as work towards helping these organizations fund research to find a cure. With the 2024 and 2025 Barrel Run, we were able to donate over $121,000. That helped 3 families, and we were able to donate $48,000 to The Cure Starts Now. For 2026, with both this summer edition and then a barrel run planned in the fall, we hope to be able to raise over $100,000 to, again, help children and their families battling DIPG and donate to The Cure Starts Now.
What a beautiful bottle. Like, look at that. It feels so good to be done with such an amazing project. Me and everybody was just amazing. Everybody comes and helps when we call. So we end up putting 2 Kentuckys into this bottle with the Holladay. It is more than 50% Holladay, and it's amazing. The Kentucky barrels, one of them was Lawrenceburg. I can't say the other one, but it's excellent, and I'm thankful to them. What's really important about this bottle isn't what's inside of it, it's what you do for others by buying it, and what it does for you after you buy it. You just feel good about yourself, man. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. And go buy the bottle. Thank you so much for coming along with us. Me and Rachel love you all so much. Thank you so much. And this is one for the books.
I see you.
Cookie bear.